Welcome to WPForms. In this video, I'll walk you through how to add autocomplete for address fields in a WordPress form. If you're having someone fill out their address on a form field, then this is a great way to make that task simple and easy for your reader. And this is just a little action that you can do that will separate your site from the rest. Now, before we begin, make sure that you have a Google account because we'll need to use that with the plugin that we'll install. Also, I'm using WPForms plugin for my contact form. So if you're ready, let's begin. From our WordPress dashboard, let's head down to Plugins, Add New. We're looking for a plugin called Address Autocomplete using Google Places API. This is the one we want, so let's install that. And once it's finished installing, let's go ahead and activate it as well. Once activated, we can head over to the Google Autocomplete under Settings, and I'll show you what it's looking for. We'll need to fill out a Google Place API key, and that's where having the Google account comes in. So let's open up a new tab, go to console.developers.google.com. If you've never created a Google project, then you might not see this, but you'll just want to go to the drop-down up here and click Create Project. Give it a good name and click Create. Now there's two APIs we want to enable on this, and I'll show you those two right now. They'll both be under the Google Maps API. The first one we want to look for is we're looking for the Google Places API web service. We want to enable it up here. We'll also need to create a credential. So we'll click the Create Credentials button. From the drop-down, we just want it to be the Google Places API web service. That's the one that we'll be using. So once I click on the what credentials do I need, then we get the API that we're looking for. I'm going to copy this. We'll head back over to where we left off and we'll paste that API key here. I need to do one more thing for my Google APIs. So I'm going to go back over to the credentials, click done with that. But we need to head back over to the library so we can enable one more API. We want the Google Maps JavaScript API. Do the same thing here. We'll just enable it. For this one, we won't need to create API key. That's all we'll need for there. Now we're done with the console developers. So I'm going to head over. I want to show you the form that we'll be working with. You'll want to pull up the form that's on your website as well, because we need to grab some data from the forms. So we need to right click on the first address field, right click and click inspect. It'll pull up this split screen for you. You see this form field with all the information here. We need to copy the class of the form. So if I double click on that class, it highlights. So I can right click, copy. And now let's go back to our autocomplete area and let's paste that here. You can keep doing that for all of the fields that are for your address. You could do that for the city and the state if you want. You just want to add a comma beside it. So I'm going to do that for the city as well. Copy that. Head back over after the comma. Let's right click and we'll paste it. So we have two of them. Now let's save that. After we save that, let's head back over to the contact form. I'm going to refresh it and you'll see when I start to put in the information, it shows the drop down. And now when a user fills out their address, then this will automatically drop down. Then it'll make it easier for them to fill out. We took the pain out of creating WordPress forms and made them easy and fun to use. Get started with WP Forms today.